then over time, rhyming is a spiritual thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that my experience was something that I felt needed to be brought to life in a number of different modalities, beat making, songwriting, plus this community engagement involving music that I really been knee deep in recently.
Okay. I will agree that the writing process is a spiritual thing, but it's also based on emotion and experience, because you're trying to draw from somewhere while you're putting these words together to either make sense, to reach out and fill a void, or to put together something about your life, to talk about your life. You're pulling from different places, and it has to culminate in a way that's just not words, but it's effective, and it's heartfelt in certain instances. A lot of times you could just be a lyrical miracle spiritual guy, and no one, it don't really matter. You could just say a bunch of stuff like I can do that all day, but when you actually start reaching deep down into it, who are you? Those are the songs that can that change just from a spiritual place, and it's a culmination of everything.
I think so, but I also believe that as artists, you had the ability to be, the thing that separates hip hop is that it's so connected to social conditions.
Mm-hmm.
It's so connected to the social conditions that built it, and the identities that built it, and the histories that built it, that it's hard to kind of step outside yourself and be another character. I'm a veteran educator. I live in the suburbs. I got my kids. My kids go to white schools at this point. So on and so forth. But when the mic is on, I could be Benny the Butcher if I wanted to be. I could potentially have some repercussions to deal with, from the people around me, but that's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Just in terms of people questioning things, but that's one of the reasons that, that's another reason why I felt production and focusing on production was a good thing, because it allowed me to create stories and tell stories that weren't just specifically germane to my life, or be a part of crafting these stories. So, I not only, have studied and learned about, hip hop, but more so media arts in a general sense. I like people like Christopher Nolan. I like, storytellers and stuff of that nature, because there is a certain freedom that says, I can tell this story. The story needs to be told. I'm gonna tell it however I want to tell it. So yeah, I think that what gives rap its strength, it gives hip hop its strength, is one of the things that's also limiting to it, at least in a commercial sense. Because I think truthfully, you can create whatever you want to create and be good to go. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, but and I think that the other part is, if you're comfortable with that, that's all that matters. If you're worried about the acceptance of it from some industry plants and people telling you who you should be or what you should be, it's going to change the trajectory of what it is you're trying to do. But if you're just true to who you are, if you're an MF Doom or a Count Bass D or a DJ Pocket or something like that, you're just gonna do the music that you prefer to do, and it's not gonna matter what people think. And those who fall in love with it or like it or become fans of it, that will just be your core group of people. Other people will just flock to it by happenstance or whatever.
Mm-hmm.